I too join in the celebration, and it's harvest time. In fact, in the Caribbean, all the islands between October and November, we have harvest Thanksgiving. So when I heard kind of the beginning of that season, I said I have to talk about harvest in somewhere today. So we'll see how that goes when we come to the message. But one of the other greetings I want to bring to you, because this happened a few months ago when I was face-to-face with Brother Thomas Kemper. You heard of him, the General Secretary for the General Board of Global Ministries. He's the man in charge of that. And I also know the bishop who is the president of that. Bishop Hope Morgan Ward is the bishop who is the bishop president for that. And we were at the connectional table at which I'm a member, and I had two conversations with Thomas, one over breakfast and one just before I left to come back to Syracuse. At the time I was in Syracuse. And the heartfelt, inspiring part of that conversation was to hear Brother Kemper say to me, we're going to do something for the church in Toronto. Amen. We're going to do something. Amen. And he kept his word, because soon afterwards, both myself and Brother Wilson got copied in an email from Reverend Alfiado Zunguza, who is the Executive Secretary for the Africa office out of the General Board of Global Ministries. Now, they're in New York. And what is good about that is that he was already in touch with the bishop in Zimbabwe to ensure that this is an official relationship that we are trying to have with your church. And as you know, I was appointed, I was a district superintendent for 6 years, and then July 1st, I got appointed to a local church in Amherst near Buffalo. And sort of, I feel like I have a mission to see where this would go. I know some of your needs. I know some of your needs is that, and I think you're right. I think it's appropriate for you to seek to have a pastor who would minister to you in Shona. In Shona. And that is a prayerful dream of all of us. And so we're going to take it step by step. We have a foot in the door. Reverend Alfiado and I plan to visit at some point. We're still trying to work that out. He's traveling all around the world. But we're going to work that out. And I'm going to bring him both to Christ UMC, which is the church I serve, and to Zimbabwe United Methodist Church of Toronto. And together we will find a way. Because one of the things I want to say very clearly, I am glad that you are meeting in a united church, because this church, like all united church, have Methodist roots, right? Well, we are trying to keep a united Methodist church, and we know that we got to thread those waters carefully, that even though you have a strong case that you want a service in your language, and to be United Methodists, I believe, and according to Thomas Kemper, that could be honored. But we're going to take it one step at a time and see where that goes. I will always be the supervising elder for whoever it is if we get to that stage, and I pray God we get to that stage. And we want to be sure that we can vet, and I don't say that in a bad way, but we want to be able to screen the people who would be interested in becoming the pastor. Friends, I have supervised many pastors. Some of them just want a job.
Yes.
Some of them are not responding to a calling.
Amen.
And I want to be careful that I don't put you in a situation that you just simply get somebody who wants a job. Amen. We're not looking for someone who wants a job. Amen. So we're going to pray about this and take our time. I know it has been a long road, friends, but someone asked about waiting. Amen. And waiting is not a bad thing. Yes. And so I will work with you as much as God gives me strength and grace and wisdom to do so. So Reverend Alfiado and I have talked recently. We plan to talk again to look more carefully at his schedule, and we will then make a time and we will be together. Now next week, and you know this is a real God thing. It's World Communion Sunday. Christians all around the world use this one Sunday every year. October the 4th this year, because whenever the first Sunday falls in October, and they do a special service where they try to bring people of different backgrounds and languages to one place. How